friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest, Mr. Greg Cipes.
Namaste.
And I'm sure you recognize him from Teen Titans as Beast Boy,
That's what's up, yo. Waffles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Michelangelo.
yes, and Ghost Whisperer, and a ton of other shows like Legend of Korra. You've been in a lot of iconic shows like Ben 10.
I'm Kevin Levin on Ben 10.
And we have Wingman here. He's a special guest as well. He is the king of Chihuahua.
He is the King Chihuahua.
And today I'm going to continue with my series where I interview as well as draw with a guest. And today we're just going to draw and interview and talk more about Greg, his work, his inspiration, how he got into veganism and being a vegetarian, and how he met Wingman, and just go with the flow and just be chill. This is a very chill video.
And what about this?
He's going to be drawing, doodling, whatever, while answering questions.
Oh, I like this.
And I'm going to draw here because I'm dyslexic and I need to make sure my art is on point and even, because we all know what happened in Paris.
What happened in Paris?
My drawing wasn't as good as the other person.
When it comes to art, it's not about who's better or who's got. It's not a. You're not competing against anybody, honey.
I just want my art to be looking.
I get that.
Snatched.
And there ain't nothing wrong with like doing it on your iPad, but there's also like all these different ways to do art. Like my art's very abstract usually. When I make art, I love making art. I paint a lot, and I never know really what I'm going to do. I just start kind of like how I am right now. That's also kind of how I approach all my characters, my roles. I really never know exactly what I'm going to do. I try to keep everything, I do keep everything as fresh as possible.
Because I notice every time you voice a character, you give it that fresh take, like a new personality, like a new soul experience and memories.
Yes.
Fused in. And let's begin by, how did you start knowing that, hey, I kind of like acting, I kind of want to get into this? Like, what inspired and started all?
Good question. Well, I started off as a little boy, as an actor. My grandparents are actors, and my family just was very much into supporting me to be an actor as well. They got me, into musical theater growing up, and growing up in South Florida, there wasn't a lot of movies and TV shows, but when they did show up in town, I would book the little, extra parts in those kind of things, or I would get like a speaking line, or eventually I booked a lot of national commercials, and I was like, wow, this is really fun. I'm making money and I'm having a great time. I love acting. So I'm like, I'm gonna move to LA. So 19 years old, I got in my car with my dog Timber at the time, and came out to LA. I knew one person and she let me stay at her place, and I got lucky enough to walk into...
How did your family feel about that? Like, you just moving to LA and chasing your dream?
Well, they're very supportive. They're very supportive. I couldn't have got a more supportive family. Actually, at this point, half of my family works for me now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my brother is my
cool.
con manager / agent and schedule keeper, and just all around awesome dude, Michael Cipes. And then my dad is my business manager. My sister and her wife are my social media managers / illustrators. They're amazing artists. They write. They also head up my Wingman G book series, where Wingman G teaches meditation and yoga and the art of Zen.
Because I noticed this merch going on.
Oh yeah, this is Wingman's face everywhere. I make a lot of clothes.
Very iconic.
Wingman themed everything in my life. I moved to LA, and I got lucky with an agency where they're like, well, we want you. And I was like, this is cool. And then they send me out auditions for like movies and TV shows, and I would start to book them. And then one of my agents was like, are you interested in doing voice acting? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I grew up in Disney World. Mickey Mouse was idol to me, and all those other Disney cartoon characters.
What was the one voice that you did, not knowing as a child, and you're like, oh, I actually like doing voices?
Well, it started off, I was a prank caller. I kind of left all that out of my story, but I started off as a prank caller. I loved prank calling people. I have 9 brothers and sisters, so we drive around the United States, and I would prank people with a CB as well, mess with the truck drivers. And my dad goes, one day you're going to do cartoons. Oh my gosh, you're so much better of an artist than me.
So hard.
I'm not showing you why.
It's all good, don't worry. You're sharing your story.
It's true. fast forward, my agent was like, "You want to get into voice acting?" And I said, "Yeah." And luckily, I knew like basic recording equipment knowledge and how to like run a program on a
Because
computer.
you're also a musician too,
I'm
right?
a musician. I make a lot of music. I have a band called Cipes and the People. We just put out a new album this year, and I've already got halfway through or even more of the next album's already done, which is going to be a musical. It's a musical, like a feature film.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited about that. So Cipes and the People music.
Did you start music before you pursued acting?
It was all at the same time. Musical theater is kind of where I started.
Mm.
And it never stopped, and I had to learn to I trained my voice with amazing voice teachers, coaches, and I got lucky enough. My first outside audition was for Beast Boy, for voice acting, and it changed my life. Being able to play Beast Boy has opened up this infinite world of creativity and abundance and playfulness, and like every week it's a therapy session for me to play Beast Boy because I get to be really wild and free and careless and carefree, but also based in being all the animals that have ever walked the planet Earth. I get to kind of tap into my animal spirit and the wild side of who I am, which is kind of my favorite thing to do. I'm the first ever vegan vegetarian superhero, and Beast Boy wasn't a vegan or vegetarian before I got to co-create that part of who he is. And I didn't create Beast Boy because he was a character from the 70s. He originally showed up, I think it was like 73 maybe, in the DC universe. But I definitely created who he is now.
Okay.
So it's been a combination of the fact that he's been all these animals that have walked the face of the earth, and I love all animals. And he's green, which is kind of my favorite color. It's the color of the heart chakra. And ultimately, he's a class clown, and he's all these animals in one. So then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, I'm just a wild animal. I'm just going to make Beast Boy me. And then over the years, 20 years now, I've been playing Beast Boy. They've really written Beast Boy after who I am in almost every way, including being a vegan and a vegetarian. And even like, yo, mama, what's up? Like, even mama now is being used like 1 trillion times more. It's like this catchphrase that has really caught on, and it's because I just brought that to the character.
It's now officially iconic. It's
iconic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be like Bart Simpson, and he had his catchphrase.
Mm-hmm. And now you have yours.
And I have mine, and I have many. I also created Booyakasha, Booyakasha, which is the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga. Because Nickelodeon, when I got the role of Michelangelo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're like, we need a new catchphrase. Ciro Neely and I came up with Booyakasha, and I just remember that day we were in the recording booth, and all the executives were out there, like the president of Nickelodeon sitting there, and everybody's like, okay, so what's your idea? And I go, are you all ready? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And I go, Booyakasha! And the whole room, I just saw them light up, and that was it. Booyakasha means all glories to the Most High. It's actually comes from Ireland and then Jamaica. The Irish settlers brought it to Jamaica, and it means all glories to the Most High. So I figured if I can get kids all around the whole world saying Booyakasha, it'll bring in a higher vibrational frequency, love of the universe.
And more of the energy.
Yeah, basically bringing Wingman into the situation, the highest form of life on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Booyakasha.
And also, what was your first impression moving to LA? Like, how did it affect your energy and spirit?
Well, I'm a fan of LA. Mostly, I'm a fan of Venice Beach now. I live in Venice Beach with Wingman G, and we don't like to leave so much. But I love traveling, so it's a blessing because it makes you appreciate where you live and appreciate all the rest of the world, which is also amazing. Being here in Portland, Oregon is just awesome. Like, I don't want to leave. So LA is a very special place, and we're inspired by it. But I know I get to come home back to Venice Beach, which is my savior, and I get to live.
It's your safe place.
It's my savior. It's my safe place. It's my community. It's one of the last free places on earth, and it's full of artists and amazing energy and people and food and diversity, which really excites me, and people and. So I'm continually learning from LA. LA, when I got there from Florida, also made me a little sick. Like, the air was dirty and my allergies would flare up. So I had to quickly learn how to heal myself naturally Otherwise, I would have been on pharmaceuticals my whole life, which would have made me older. It would have destroyed my organs. It would be not good. Pharmaceuticals are not good. So I had to learn how to heal myself, and the way I did that was through a vegan diet. To be really conscious of, you are what you eat, and if you want to be vibrating at the highest frequency, you have to become light. You can't let your body be a graveyard. It's heavy, and you're making it harder for yourself to manifest what you want in your life.
Yeah.
If you want to like quicken up how you get the things you want in your life, it really helps to become a vegan. Don't hurt the animals, because I've been all those animals, yo.
Oh yeah, wasn't that in an episode in
A lot of
TITANS?
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot of vegan episodes. But what really is driving me is sharing with everyone like we're doing right now. So what I'm going to start doing is more meditation, where I turn my phone on and we all group meditate together. We're actually going to start something tomorrow, Monday. We're starting a group meditation. Me and my friend Randy Spelling, who lives in Portland, by the way. He's a really special brother. He's a wellness coach, lifestyle coach, who is an actor as well. We met on a movie set, doing a movie together. His father was Aaron Spelling, who was the biggest TV producer in the whole world. He created Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh wow.
So he's like a really special, creative, magical kid. He's not a kid. When we met, we were like children. We were very young, and now here we are, grown up and doing what we love. And he's about to step into doing more outreach and more content, and we're gonna do more together. But essentially, my days consist of working with people that I love and creating.
This is what I got so far. And Greg, can you tell us more about how you and Wingman came to be?
Well,
love story.
Sure. It's a beautiful long story about how love never dies, and from body to body, Wingman's soul goes, and it transforms just like mine is transforming and changing. But essentially, it's the same dog, it's the same animal spirit from body to body to body. And he rescued me at the South LA Kill Shelter, and he's changed my life. I take shelter under his lotus feet. He purifies me. I'm always at the right place at the right time with the right people. And it's all because of my guru, the sweetest thing in the whole universe. All the greatest qualities in the whole universe are in my guru. And I can talk about it forever because it's what is my nectar. I'm infinitely fed by it.
He's your life force.
He's my life force. Love each other so much. I just find it, you can do this with a human or a cat, but for me, I find it really hard to do, to be in a relationship when I'm creating so much that human relationships are harder for me to juggle.
Complicated.
They're more complicated, but for me and Wingman, it's so easy to just understand and serve him, and it really works for my lifestyle. And I think it would work for probably most human beings' lifestyle, is to serve your dog, and you'll have great friends, you'll have great lovers, you'll have all these different things in your life, but if you make your dog number one, you're going to be really happy, and you're going to be really holy, and you're never going to be alone. I love him so much, even a minute away from him is too much.
When you connect with a dog, you just connect with them so much, like they're your everything. You're like, they're you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you said that's how Wingman is to you, I was like, I feel that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And it's such a magical feeling that my brother probably thinks I'm crazy every time. I'm like, I miss my baby so much. Even when I'm traveling, if I'm in Korea, Paris, wherever it may be, I always call my brother just to see my dogs. It doesn't matter because I miss them so much. I think about them every single day, and people will be calling me a crazy dog lady, but you know what? I love my dog.
Well, I call you're a sane dog lady, because if you're doing that for yourself, that means you're much more sane than everybody who's not doing that. Everybody else does not know, or they do know, and they're creating a scenario where they're having to suppress the fact that they want a dog around all the time. I'm very lucky. I'm the luckiest papa in the whole world, because I don't know anybody who gets to experience what I get to experience with my guru. Traveling around the world, we're never apart. We have the best time ever. He's in every recording session. We're making cartoons. He gets to see all of his aunts and uncles and makes new friends and kisses thousands of families' hands, and he's a holy man.
When you have a dog or an animal that you feel so connected to, that being apart from them, even for just a minute, breaks your heart and you miss them so much, that's when you know you found your soulmate.
That's right.
Your dog's soulmate.
That's right.
It's a magical feeling.
It is a magical feeling. and I like to give it to myself. You know, some people they're like, oh, that's just a dog. I'm like, ooh, you don't even know. He's the highest form of life on the planet. Of course I'm going to dedicate my life to him. Like, he's not just a dog. He's, like, way more intelligent than me. He's more intelligent than you. All animals are. They're never in their head. We are less intelligent because we're stuck in our head. They are pure presence. And that's why I love to be around animals and children as well. Children are much more present than adults. Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yay, our masterpiece.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that Beast Boy. That's cool. This is
Precious.
Wingman in Oregon.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, literally, Wingman. Peace signs, literally, Wingman, everywhere. And there you have it.
It's wild. It's kind of cool. If you frame that, it would look good.
It's an abstract art, especially if your theme is black and white.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean.
Aesthetic. Thank you so much, Greg, for joining on me with my little Draw With Me series. It was really fun getting to know you, learning more about you, and having a genuine connection moment.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you for inspiring art. This is something I want to do more of, is more art. You know, it's cool. I love it. And we did that in 10 minutes.
And Greg, where can fans find you?
You could find me everywhere at Greg Cipes, at Greg Cipes, everywhere.
It'll be in the video and also in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow Greg as well as me. And
Wingman.
And Wingman. I'll leave all the information right here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Mama.
joining me. And
of course.
Until next time, make courage to be your wings, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Yeah. Peace, love, and animals, yo.